morning, class. First things first, I want you to turn to your elbow partner, and I want both partners to put their hands like this, perfectly matched up. And I want you to talk about for just a few seconds what you notice. I want you to notice about the size of the hands and the shape and anything special or different that you notice about their hands. I want you to think about that and talk about it real quickly amongst yourselves. And then we're going to put a picture of a monarch butterfly on the display because in science we're learning about the life cycle of a butterfly. So we're going to talk about the butterfly and in math class, and I want to hear some feedback from my students about what they notice about the image. So I'm hoping to hear things like what color the butterfly's wings are, how the wings are shaped, maybe some things about its body, or maybe some background knowledge, and then at some point I want to hear that the students talk about how the wings are matching. And so at that point I'm going to introduce to you symmetry. So something that has symmetry means that it can be split in half or folded into two mirror image halves. So for example, our butterfly is symmetrical because you can fold, you can take a picture of it and fold it in half, and both sides are going to match perfectly. So I'm going to pass out some pre-cut regular shapes to you, and I'm going to ask you to, they're going to be polygons. We learned about that last week, and we're going to fold the polygons into half. And we're going to fold them, you're going to have to decide if you want to fold them like a hamburger or a hot dog. And then I want you to notice where the fold is. There's going to be a crease, and then I want you to open up the paper again and draw a line on the crease with your pencil. And I want you to know that while you're doing this, that line that you're drawing along the crease, that's the line of symmetry. Okay, underneath your cups in the middle of the desk are some letters. I want you to pass those around. There should be 4 letters, B, H, E, and C. And I want you to fold the letters horizontally, so like a hamburger. And as you do that, I'm going to see the light bulbs go off over your head, because you're going to see that when you fold the letter B in half, like a hamburger, it's symmetrical. The both sides line up perfectly. Same thing with H and E and C. Okay. Now I want you to hold up C. One of you at each table should have the letter C. I want you to first you folded it like a hamburger. Now I want you to fold it in half again the other way, like a hot dog. You're going to fold it in half, and I want to know if this is still symmetry, if there is a line of symmetry. No, that's very good. When we fold it in half, like vertically, there's no example of symmetry this way. Okay, so what's interesting is while the letter C only has one form of symmetry, lots of shapes can have more than one way. They can have more than one line of symmetry. So also on your desks is a circle. I want you to fold it in half. Very good. Okay, now unfold it. Now fold it in half a different way. Okay, you can fold it in half over and over and over again. Half this way, half this way, half this way. No matter what, you're always going to have the same line of symmetry. Okay, the student that has an H, yeah, Sam, you have an H. So we fold it in half like a hamburger. Now I want you to fold it in half like a hot dog. And you're going to notice that H has 2 lines of symmetry as well. Okay, so now I want you to get back with your elbow partner again. We're going to practice identifying more symmetric figures, and we're going to work with a partner, and I'm going to be walking around just to make sure Everybody's staying on task. And, okay, so I want one student to take a piece of paper and I want you to draw, fold the paper in half, open it back up, draw a line down the middle. Okay, so now you have a middle line of symmetry. On the left side of the paper, I want the first partner to draw a picture. Okay, don't spend a lot of time on it because we don't have that much time, but I want you to draw a pretty detailed picture on one side, and then in about 3 minutes I'm going to have you pass it, and you're going to pass it to your partner, and they are going to draw the exact same picture on their half, and it's got to line up perfectly so that when you fold the paper in half, you're going to have two matching sides and with a line of symmetry down the middle. Okay, then at the bottom of your paper or off to the side, or you can put it on the back, I want you to follow the sentence frame, it's going to be up on the board as well, that this picture is symmetrical because, and I want you to tell me why. Now, if you finish the project and you notice that something doesn't look quite right, I want you to tell me that your picture is not symmetrical because, and I want you to tell me why. And I will be walking around to help and answer any questions and give you high fives. And then we're going to regroup and we're going to get back to a classroom discussion, and I'm going to hold up two symmetrical figures. One is going to be a heart-shaped paper, and one's going to be a diamond-shaped paper, like a kite. And I want you to remember that these shapes are symmetric because when you fold them in half, both halves of the figure are congruent, and the folded line in the middle is the line of symmetry. Okay, so now I'm going to hold up some odd shapes, and I'm going to show you them, and I'm going to pass them around too, but I want you to be able to tell me if there's a line of symmetry or if there isn't. So we're going to practice folding it several different ways, and we're going to find out that no matter which way you fold it, this is not a symmetrical figure. And then we're going to watch a slideshow of examples of symmetry found in nature, so other than the butterfly. So we're going to see in the slideshow, we're going to see a peacock, we're going to see a shell that's symmetrical, like a snail shell, and we're also going to see a sunflower is symmetrical, and we're just going to look at some examples that are found in nature, and they look really nice. So today we mostly talked about symmetry in 2D shapes, and then tomorrow we're going to move into some examples of symmetry in our world, kind of like we touched on just now when we looked at symmetry in nature, and we're also going to find symmetry in people. Okay, have a great day.